Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jamaica issues tropical storm watch. Government has issued a tropical storm watch for the island effective 5 p.m. on Thursday, the Meteorological Service of Jamaica has announced. The advisory comes as weather conditions continue to worsen across the island due to an area of low pressure in the southwestern Caribbean. According to the Met Office, there is at the moment a 60% chance of a tropical storm affecting the island, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said in a post on social media. The Met Service had earlier Thursday stated that there is a flash flood watch for all parishes, which will remain until 8 a.m. on Friday. L.A. Lewis failed to show up for court. Entertainer Horace L.A. Lewis was no-show for his case in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Thursday. Lewis is charged with breaches of the Toll Road Act. When the matter was called up at 10:45 a.m., Lewis was not present. Attorney Arvin Morgan told the court that he tried to contact his client Lewis but to no avail. Your Honor, I made several calls to his number yesterday and even this morning, but I got no response from Mr. Lewis, Morgan stated. He asked the court to postpone the matter until January 19, 2024. Senior Parish Court Judge Desrain said that a warrant would be stayed until that day. Lewis was charged after he recorded and published the video on social media in which he was seen breaching the toll barrier in St. Catherine. It is alleged that on April 30, Lewis drove through the toll plaza twice without paying and damaged the barrier in the process. He was arrested on a warrant at the Norman Manor International Airport and subsequently charged. Police say they are mobilizing full resources against escalating bomb threats. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF says it is intensively tackling a series of bomb threats that have been disrupting peace across Jamaica. Recognized as a systematic attack on national stability, these events are being met with the full mobilization of police resources, the JCF said in a statement on Thursday. Last week, Deputy Commissioner of Police DSP Fitzbailey confirmed that 71 institutions were impacted between Thursday, November 9 and Friday, November 10, with a hospital and court building among recent targets on Friday. DSP Bailey, in a recent press briefing, remarked, "The recent uptick in these criminal activities have triggered alarm and societal disruption." He stressed the critical nature and immediacy of the situation. Highlighting the complexity of the threats, DCP Bailey said our investigations indicate these threats are sophisticated, likely beyond the capacities of novice. This suggests that the involvement of high-skilled individuals in the cyber domain, the statement read. The JCF alongside the JDF, Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency MOCA, and international partners are vigorously pursuing leads. We are fully committed to apprehending those responsible, affirmed DCP Bailey. He further noted that the use of various modern communication methods, including social media, email, and phone calls, to disseminate these threats. In addition to resource mobilization, legal experts are scrutinizing laws to ensure that harshest possible penalties for the culprits. DCP Bailey stated, "We are exploring all legal avenues to ensure that the perpetrators face severe punishment." The JCF urged the public to stay vigilant and report any unusual activities. Community cooperation is essential in maintaining national security. We are unwavering in our resolve to bring the offenders to justice, DCP Bailey stated. Government to embark on response to trauma initiative in schools following recent bomb threats. Education Minister Favor Williams says the government will be embarking on a response to trauma initiative in schools following the recent bomb threats. More than 70 schools across the island suspended classes after receiving bomb threats. Mrs. Williams said the initiative will provide support services to students, faculty, and staff who may have experienced emotional distress. She said the program will run until the end of December and will be in association with the Jamaica Fire Brigade, the police, and the Office of the Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. Among the services that will be offered is coping skill lessons for school staff.
We've had to look at trauma response strategies, and so our guidance and counseling unit, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Wellness and other agencies, have collaborated and formulated an intervention protocol called Response to Trauma Events, and this will be used within our schools to provide support services to students, faculty, and staff who may have experienced emotional distress as a result of the traumatic event. And just to give you an example of what this is, for all our grades, We will have coping skills lessons, and that will be done by our health and family life education teachers or guidance counselors. We will continue to do disaster drills with the aid of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Jamaica Constabulary Force, and ODPEM. Of course, we will have coping skills lessons for our staff as well. We'll have some bounce back intervention, return to happiness therapeutic component will be involved there. And this intervention will continue to the end of December.
Child-friendly space opens at Yuaton Health Center in St. Catherine. The St. Catherine-based Yuaton Health Center, through a multi-partnership, is now operating a child-friendly space which is equipped to serve the mental health needs of young people, particularly those who experience trauma. This results from a collaboration among the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the government's initiative Child Protection Compact (CPC), and the government of the United States (US). The facility is projected to strengthen the efforts to prosecute and convict child traffickers and to work with civil society to identify victims of child trafficking, as well as providing trauma-informed care for child victims to prevent child trafficking in all its forms. Speaking at the official opening of the space on November 15, Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said it was quite appreciated and appropriate to establish the $3.3 million center in the context of public health and the protection of our children. The trauma and impact that human trafficking and abuse, substance abuse and neglect have on our young people, I applaud the fact that we are working together as a team. It is important for us to see an experience like this as a positive model that we should emulate, promote and expand, Mr. Tufton told the audience. The renovated session replaces the area that was assigned at the Linstead Health Center, which afforded limited space and privacy to young clients and their families. It is expected that the mental health team will now be able to schedule an additional number of appointments, thus helping more young people to access therapy and tools in support of their mental wellness. Meanwhile, the U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Nick Perry, noted that the opening of this beautiful new space reflects clear proof of the value and the benefits that come from our relationship, that strong bilateral partnership between the U.S. and Jamaica. For his part, Deputy Representative of the United Nations Children's Fund, Youssef Mohammed, said the center is a step in the right direction because a safe and comforting space has been created for children and their families. Mental health concerns are real for Jamaican children and adolescents, and ensuring easier access to services is critical, especially after the pandemic. UNICEF believes that improving the quality of services and making these services more accessible to those who need it most will go a far way, he stated. Please remember to subscribe, like, share,